Welcome to the Aerospace Center for Excellence, and we're actually standing in the Aerospace Discovery at the Florida Air Museum. My name is Ed Young, and I'm the Executive Director of the Aerospace Center for Excellence on the Sun & Fun Expo campus. You might be familiar with Sun & Fun. It's one of the largest general aviation conventions in the world. In fact, we host an air show, and this year we hosted the Blue Angels. What you might not know about the Aerospace Center for Excellence is that we provide a number of programs, including the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, the Bueller Restoration Center, the Lakeland Aero Club, a 727 Piedmont experience, which is a 727 that's been turned into a classroom, the Piedmont Laboratory, which is for high school students and younger, and a whole variety of other programs that go on year-round. The Sun & Fun Expo, or International Fly-In, is what provides funding for all of these programs. After spending 20 years in the aviation industry, I was really fortunate to receive this opportunity. I spent 8 years as the Director of Aviation for the Kansas Department of Transportation, 6 years as an airport consultant, and 11 years before that as a city manager, and county councilor. As it happens, I'm an attorney, which is really pretty convenient when we're talking about laws and regulations having to do with the airport. I'm actually sitting at Howard Hughes' desk in the Florida Air Museum. Howard Hughes' archives are placed here, and it's one of the things that I love about aviation is that, especially in Kansas, we had such a rich history of aviation that there was never a shortage of things to talk about. From the airfields that were constructed somewhat hastily but are still in place, to the very birth of the industry. Not very far away from me is a model of the Baby Laird, which, if you don't know the history of Matty Laird in Kansas, it's something worth looking into. I mean, he was the guy that hired Walter Beach, Lloyd Stearman, and Clyde Cessna. My current academic projects include Transportation Research Board, Airport Cooperative Research Program 0136, which is how to improve state system planning. I'm also working on the Nebraska Economic Impact Study. The purpose of this video is to discuss the structure of this class. It'll be an 8-week course, and we'll meet together via Zoom 1 night a week. The expectation is that you'll come into the class with all of the readings completed. The nice part about the readings is that they are ACRP reports, which means that they were developed by the industry for the industry, so they should all be very practical and useful for you. There are also additional AAAE readings, which are part of the program that leads to the certification of a certified member, which is the stamp of approval of the nationwide organization for airport executives. You will also take a quiz each week, and the quiz will have multiple different questions of different types. And it is anticipated that you'll be able to give responses that are appropriate. There is no timing on the quizzes, and technically you're not required to complete them until the week before final, but it's much better to do them as we go along. You'll also be required to make a video, not unlike this one, where you discuss an important airport issue and you develop it. The information regarding the video will be in the syllabus. Along with the video, you also have to do a final paper, and that paper will go along the same lines as the video. So if you wanted to, as long as it's an airport issue, you can do this paper and presentation on absolutely anything. One of the great parts about being the executive director of the Aerospace Center for Excellence is that I have the keys to the kingdom, pretty much. I'm sitting in Howard Hughes' 307. It's a beautiful plane. Unfortunately, needs a lot of renovation. As you can see, the roof liner is falling down right now. But this is a real piece of history. Howard Hughes intended to fly this plane around the world before the breakout of World War II. One of the coolest parts is this bar right here that we understand Rita Hayworth served drinks from. You'll notice the unusual placement of those windows, and the notion goes that Rita said, "Howard, I want a window so I don't have to bend over when I'm serving drinks," and that's what he did for her. The course is divided into basic legal principles and airport-specific law. You'll be able to receive an A in this course if you complete your quizzes, and you also have an opportunity to go back and go over the quizzes, and you participate in class. I'm not asking for very much, just active participation.